video here. I have a viewer who is having trouble opening a file on the machine. It's a common problem when you try to transfer a design from your computer to the machine using a USB drive or USB stick. Those terms are interchangeable. This is a quick video to help you be able to troubleshoot those. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the problems here could be the way that the embroidery file is being transferred to the USB stick. If the USB drive has not been formatted correctly with the proper folders and the file placed in the proper folder, it will not show up on your machine. So here is an example of how the folder structure should be on your USB drive. And notice also that I don't have a bunch of files in that EMBF folder. The reason is I only use my USB drive to transfer files from my computer to the machine. I do not use the same drive to transfer as I do to store. So I have one device for storing my files. I have another device that I use just to transfer. And the reason is because the sewing machine only has so much memory. If I store hundreds of embroidery files on my USB drive that I use to transfer, there's a chance that my machine won't be able to read it. And that is also a common problem, and that is why I don't store all of my files on the USB drive that I'm going to use to transfer my embroidery files. Next, I'll copy the 3 files from my computer to the EMBF folder on my USB drive. This is the drive that I will use to open the file on the sewing machine. So here I am at my machine. I have my USB stick plugged in and I am in embroidery mode. And I press this button to go in and out of embroidery mode. So you can see here, the screen looks like this. I'm in embroidery mode. Now I'm going to attempt to find those files. Open. I'm going to choose this. Go into the folder. And I see this one and this one. And it is on, it says that it will fit in the square 14A. But if I hit this button here, it doesn't look like I can open that third file, but 2 of them seem to work okay. So now I'm going to troubleshoot why that third file won't work. Yeah, checked these, and these 2 opened fine. They were within the size limits and they opened fine. I was able to add them to a canvas. This one did not. And usually when that happens, it's either the file is that the design is too big for the hoop and it won't fit on the hoop, or it's not centered, or there's something off with it. So I'm going to take a look at it with my editing software. I use a open source free software called Inkscape. Inkscape is a free open source software used to create vector graphics. There's also a free plugin called InkStitch that you can use to convert the paths into embroidery stitches. And I find it handy to create a couple of templates that are the exact size of the square 14A hoop and the rectangle 20A hoop. And that way, whenever I'm working with designs or making a design and converting it, I know that it's going to fit within the size of the embroidery area of each of those hoops. So I'm going to check that this template, this document, is the exact size of the largest hoop, which is 170 millimeters by 200 millimeters. Now that the document's set up properly, I'm going to import that file that we were having trouble opening into the canvas and see what it looks like. So I can tell right away that the design is too large for the embroidery area of the rectangle 20A hoop. So I am going to fix the size on this. I'm going to make sure the whole design is selected, and then I'm going to go to the top ribbon and change the size to a maximum of 170 wide by 200 millimeters. And then I'm going to save it and save it to the USB drive that I'm going to use to transfer the design to my machine. Now I'm going to go to the machine and try to see if I can get it to show up. Time to check those files on the machine. I am going to open up the files in my USB drive and look in the EMBF folder, and I see the two that we didn't have trouble with, and there it is. The one that we resized is now showing up on the machine. And I want to show you that the default method of grouping the designs is by the hoop size. So all of the square 14A designs show up, and then the next one, then you have to page over to see the designs grouped by the next hoop size. So there we go, we fixed it. I hope you found this video helpful. Please give me a thumbs up, it really helps. Subscribe to my channel for more tips, and hit the bell to get notified for new videos. Thanks for watching.